What's up everyone, it's your girl Shay here and I'm back with another video for you guys, and as you guys can see, it's time for another episode of Nerd News, and I believe this is episode number 14 actually. I'm sorry, I just looked down at my notes. And first thing right off the back I want to say is that I am getting over a cold, so if I'm coughing during this video, I apologize. I'm almost over it, but I still have the cough that has been lingering, or I just got the cough basically. Don't know how to phrase that. But anyway, I have quite a few things that I want to talk about with you guys today. And I have 3 different topics, one of which is Marvel related, and 2 of which is like anime/anime community kind of related. And this first topic though, I kind of held off on talking about because I was going to record this video yesterday, but I was waiting for the new trailer to drop, of course, for the Black Widow movie that's coming out in May, I believe, of 2020, and I am so excited for this movie. So of course all of us know that Scarlett Johansson plays the role of Black Widow and has played in all the MCU movies starting way back with, I believe, Iron Man #2. And we've been waiting for her to get her solo debut movie for a really long time, and finally they're giving it to us, and it is a prequel because maybe you guys know, sorry for spoilers if you have not seen Avengers Endgame, but she doesn't make it all the way through Avengers Endgame, so that makes this movie basically, like I mentioned, a prequel. So you get a lot more insight into who Natasha Romanoff kind of is, what her backstory kind of is, and you also meet a new nemesis who is Taskmaster. Sorry, I said that wrong. I believe Black Widow movie is going to take place after Captain America Civil War. This is where this movie basically takes place. This is when everyone's on the run, and that is basically what's going on with this movie. So one of the things I really want to know though is like, what exactly is going on with Budapest, because so many people have heard this reference ever since like the first Avengers between Hawkeye and Black Widow, but none of us know where this reference comes from. But I do hope we see this in this movie. And I also have to say that there's been a lot of support for this trailer since it came out. There was a tweet that came out from Mark Ruffalo where he was pretty much saying it's been a long time coming, and also of course Jeremy Renner also put out a tweet, and it was mostly like with a whole bunch of hearts emojis and stuff, and I'll put up their tweets here for you guys to see them. And it seems like this movie is getting a lot of support, but there is some questioning of whether or not this movie has enough hype around it. And this is mostly because of the fact of how long it's taken them to come out with a Black Widow movie. So as you guys know, Black Widow's been out for a really long time, like I mentioned, but this is when she's finally getting a solo movie, and she's also now at this point dead and out of the franchise. So everyone's kind of like, you know, this should have happened a long time ago with her having a solo movie, and we don't know why they waited so long. Although it was inkling that the reason why it was so long for her to get a standalone film is because they weren't so sure if a female lead could actually carry a film until they came out with Captain Marvel, and that of course made $1 billion in the box office and kind of showed them that women superheroes can, you know, show off at the box office. So they finally put it out there. So, but now that means a lot of people feel like also that this Black Widow movie should have been made instead of Captain Marvel. For me, I enjoyed Captain Marvel. I am excited for the Black Widow movie as well. So to me, why couldn't they just made both within a great time frame, you know? But who cares? At this point, we finally have our Black Widow movie, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm super excited to see it, and I can't wait to see what happens. Now for the next topic I have is, of course, talking about Vic Mignogna. And no, I'm not discussing the case, but I am going to be discussing one of his huge roles besides his role of Edward Elric, and that's his role of Broly in Dragon Ball Z. Now, many of you guys know he voiced Broly ever since the first Broly movie came out, and he's been voicing it ever since for like video games and of course the movies and so on and so forth. It's been questioning who's going to be voicing him now, ever since the whole allegations came to light, he was let go from Funimation, and that meant that this role basically didn't have a voice actor. Well, now we know who will be replacing Vic in the role of Broly, and that is Johnny Young Bosch. Now, Johnny Young Bosch, as many of you guys know, started out playing the Black Power Ranger in Power Rangers. He took over the role from the original Black Power Ranger, and you know, he was the second one, obviously. And then also, you guys know that he also did Vash in Vash to Stam, Vash in Trigun, and he also voiced Ichigo in Bleach, and so on and so forth, so many other like memorable characters. So I'm super excited, and honestly a lot of people are actually excited to see him voicing Broly as well. I so far have read nothing but good comments about him voicing Broly. Like, a lot of people are very excited about this, and I'm actually happy to see that, because I know that with Vic voicing Crow in the anime Ruby, so many people were so upset about his replacement voice actor that many people harassed this man. So I was very, you know, skeptical or very interested to see if they would do the same thing to Johnny. But so far, excuse me, so many people have been nothing but nice about it. Although I will, excuse me, hold my comments until, you know, after it comes out, because who knows, fans may change. But also a lot of people are saying that, or feels, my opinion is that it's because of Johnny's never really shown a side on where he stood regarding his allegations. So many people don't really, you know, mind that he got this role, whereas it's, you know, alleged or hinted at, or however you want to put it, that the gentleman that took over the role for Crow was very much not, or very much thought that the allegations against Vic were true, which is why a lot of people harassed him. I don't know, that's basically what I've seen on Twitter, but for now a lot of people are really happy about it. And Johnny himself actually put out a tweet talking about that he actually talked to Vic about it when he got positioned or got the role as well, and he feels that it is very big shoes to fill. So he's basically giving Vic respect for the role of Broly, which a lot of people are also really cool and happy to see. So that's all we have to report on that. At this point, we don't know how it's going to sound. It's probably going to be more of a voice match. I don't think they're going to make him go too much out of the realm of Broly. They're probably going to keep it how it is, because Broly's voice a lot of people already know and love, so I doubt they're going to have him change it too much. And the last thing I have to talk about is actually within the anime community, and that is because we had a cosplayer, and it was actually a huge thing out in the Twitter sphere last week on Thanksgiving week, and that was a cosplayer had basically cosplayed for her first time the role of Nezuko from an anime that I cannot remember the name of at the moment, and she posted the picture on Twitter, and a couple people gave some very like racist comments, because the girl is African American, and people had some very not nice things to say. Now, some of the things that some people were saying were that they saw more positive comments more so than negative, but I can honestly say that it doesn't matter how many negative comments there are, whether it's one or whether it's 1,000, that negative comment is going to hurt your confidence, because 9 times out of 10 it's well known that you get a compliment from someone, but if someone says something negative to you, you're going to remember that negative comment more than that positive one, no matter what. And that's just how our minds work. We for some reason focus on the negative, and it's very hard not to focus on that. But I was just overwhelmed by the support that this cosplayer got. So many other African American cosplayers came forward with their stories and just showing this young lady support in letting her know that her cosplay was beautiful, because it actually was really amazing. I'm not going to post a picture of it or anything, but it was very, very nice. And I really felt that she did a really good job. And a lot of people put forward of like, it doesn't matter what race you are, if you want to cosplay a character, go ahead and cosplay it. And I know some people were upset and were saying, well, what if you cosplay an African American character? By all means, it's okay. To me, it's just like dressing up for Halloween. You can cosplay or dress up as an African American character, just don't paint your skin brown. That's blackface. That's wrong. But you can by all means dress up in the clothing that the character wears, and you can portray this character in that way. This young lady to me did absolutely nothing wrong, and I know a lot of people are like, you know, racism isn't around anymore and we shouldn't have to discuss this anymore, but unless you're someone whom is a minority whom has to face this every day, that racism may happen to you and you're told to recognize the signs of when this happens, then you know that racism is real. And it sucks that so many African American cosplayers have had to go through this when they are cosplaying a character and being told that they shouldn't because they're dark. But it's like, hey, we're all dressing up as a character if you go to a convention or anywhere else, and you should be able to cosplay whomever you want, wherever you want, however you want, and not have someone question it because your skin tone is darker than that particular character's. You shouldn't have to be confined to what characters you can cosplay because of their skin tone, because let's be honest, there's not really that many darker skinned characters within anime to particularly cosplay, and that's not fair. But overall, I was just overwhelmed by the amount of support that this young lady was getting, and I feel like that us as a community really need to, you know, show more support to people for whom are cosplaying for the first time, and not decide that someone can or cannot cosplay a character because they do not look like this particular character. For example, I would not care if a girl that wasn't African American dressed up as Shuri from Black Panther. I would be completely okay with it. My only issue would be if she painted her skin brown. I would have an issue with that. But otherwise, go ahead, girl. Dress up as whoever you want to be. It doesn't matter. Do not let other people deter you from dressing up as a character. The characters are fictional. You can dress up them as you want, as long as you're doing it respectfully and you're just making a good, not even making a good job of it, but if you're just having fun, girl, dress up however you want. But those are the topics I have for nerd news. I apologize if I didn't express them the way I wanted to as much. Like I mentioned, I'm kind of sick, so I'm trying not to cough the entire time on camera, and my voice is not the best shape right now. But overall, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will have a new video out for you guys on Saturday, which has already been recorded, and in that video I am very congested, so I apologize already right off the bat. Of course, like always, please subscribe if you haven't already. There's a subscribe button down there, and click the bell icon to turn on post notifications so that you are notified when I come out with new videos, which are every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. And I will leave links down below on my social media accounts, Instagram, Twitter, blog. You already know. Check me out on there as well. And I will see you guys soon with a brand new video. And like I always tell you guys, stay positive and be nerdy. All right, you guys. Bye.